Hey guys, this is Justin from nextbigtrade.com. In my last couple of posts, I talked about looking for a market pullback as we started October, and boy, did we get one last week. In my October 3rd post, I laid out reasons why I dramatically raised the cash levels in my trading account, and I talked about how I was seeing tech stocks coming under selling pressure. The XLF ETF tried to break above 28 but failed, and that's often something you tend to see when the market has sudden moves lower is when breakouts start failing in stocks, which we actually saw quite a few growth stocks trying to break out over the past couple weeks and failing as well. So a couple other telling signs: the stage analysis screener was showing more stocks moving into stage 3 and stage 4 than stage 1 and stage 2, which is a sign that the market is weakening. And then we had an orderly uptrend in the market since July, so the market was basically overdue for heightened volatility, and October is basically the most volatile month of the year for the market. So all these factors put together, um, told me to get more defensive heading into October, and it turns out that was a great move because the market got hammered pretty bad last week. Now looking at the S&P 500, it was down about over 4% last week, and it's still in a stage 2 uptrend, but we're starting to retest the 30-week moving average now. The way I'm really playing the market right now is above 280, we're back in a stage 2 uptrend. I think below 260, and we're going to start to get into a stage 4 downtrend. And then between 260 and 280, we're kind of in a no man's land, a sideways grind, and like kind of like a stage 3 potential top. One good sign for the bulls is that the volume last week was dramatic during the big plunge, and that's kind of a sign that a lot of stock is being sold, and a lot of times this is the kind of thing you need to clear out the weak hands before an uptrend resumes. We saw something like that happen back in February of this year, where this dramatic plunge and kind of sideways consolidation laid the groundwork for a renewed stage 2 uptrend. Now, another good sign for the bulls over the near term is how oversold the market is now. Like typically when the market this chart shows the percentage of stocks above the 50-day moving average, and right now we're below 15%, which is a very low value for this indicator, and the market only gets down to these levels when it gets really oversold, and this tends to only happen a couple times a year, if at all. Notice in 2017 we didn't even get anywhere close to this oversold. 2016 this happened early during this big plunge, and then so far in 2018 we've seen it happen a couple times earlier in the year and then now. So the bottom line is that when the market's just oversold, it's very unlikely that a big new bear leg is going to emerge right now from where we are. What really needs to happen is the market needs to consolidate sideways and actually probably move back higher before another big bear leg is going to take place, if it even takes place at all. So if you look at like what happened in 2008, all of the big bear down legs occurred after the market had a down move, and then the percentage of stocks rose back above like 60 or 70%, and then the bear move can take place because stocks are then overbought again and they have plenty of room to run lower. So in bear markets, it's very counterintuitive because people want to get bearish when the market is heavily sold off, but that's when you tend to get your head handed to you if you're trying to short a market that's really oversold. So even in 2008, when we saw dramatic downward moves in stocks, it only paid to be short after the market had rallied over a period of a couple weeks to months, and then another bear move can take place. So again, we're way down here right now in the S&P 500, which means that stocks need to move sideways to higher before a new bear move can take place. So that's why more than likely what's going to happen is, you might see some more downward pressure in the very near term, but over the intermediate term, probably next few weeks to months, the market is more than likely going to move sideways to higher. Now, one thing that the media never talks about, which is what is going on right now, is global markets are in bear markets. Like almost the entire globe is struggling to be positive this year. And one reason this is occurring is because markets were so strong last year that it's normal to see, somewhat of a pullback this year, but some foreign markets have been hit rather hard. But what I found interesting over the last couple of weeks is that some of these foreign markets that have been hit even the hardest, like South Africa and Turkey, actually put in pretty strong weeks last week. Turkey was up over 6%, and notice how it's trying to, put in higher lows and maybe, potentially put in a bottom way back in August. And this is interesting because, when the weakest parts of the market start to find a bottom, often they do before other parts of the market that aren't in such well-established downtrends, and that can give you like a very early sign that the markets that are in bear markets could be bottoming. We talked about this a little bit in my last video with the emerging markets ETF, EEM. But look at like the South Africa ETF, and the same thing where the South Africa ETF was actually up last week, where the S&P 500 was down 4%. So we're starting to see like little bits of signs that these foreign markets are maybe starting to finally find a bottom and start to like act a little bit stronger, and while the S&P 500 is finally actually succumbing to this weakness that's been going on in these markets for multiple months. Now the XLF ETF, the financials are another one of my indicators I'm looking at right now, where above 28 in the XLF, and that's a bullish sign. Below 26, and we could be moving into a bear market. And anywhere in between is we gotta just wait and see what happens. Now, finally, one real positive sign for people playing the long side of the market is the cannabis stocks. They acted really well last week, and actually some of them started making new highs last week. So I'm definitely going to be focusing on these stocks over the next few weeks to months. I added to some of my cannabis positions actually last week, and I plan to do so, over the coming weeks, because I think this bull market is ready to move higher, especially after the stock market weakness gets behind us. And I think this is going to be a sector that continues to lead the market. So definitely check out nextbigtrade.com for more, videos on the cannabis stocks and the overall market as things unfold for the rest of the year.